Hello everybody, we are talking today about things that I struggle with. I have been creating content over on Twitch for about 3 months, maybe a little bit longer, and I've been improving every day. I think so. I think I'm getting better. I think that's reasonable. There are certain things that I know that I have struggled with or I still struggle with, and I thought, well, why not talk about that together? Because I know a lot of people struggle with these as well, and you might struggle with these. So I thought we will talk about what I struggle with personally. So here are the top 5 things that I struggle with on Twitch. Coming in at number 1, the big one, the view count. Yep, I watch the view count. Sometimes a little bit too much. I will monitor it. I'll see it go up, see it go down. Sometimes it worries me when it's going down. I'm thinking to myself, am I not being entertaining enough? Am I offending people? Am I swearing too much? And we're going to talk about this in another video. This is a very complex topic. A lot of people say, don't worry about the view count. And a lot of us just do. We can't help it. I'd like to talk about how you can turn that into a positive thing. Video incoming. That is something that I struggle with. I struggle with it less than I used to. Doesn't really bother me so much anymore, but I still monitor it. I still look at it. I still see when people are dropping out and when people are coming in. And so that is something that I struggle with, is looking at the view count too much. Number 2. Watching other people's content. Yep, I'm a selfish content creator. I create more than I watch. This is something that bugs me a lot. It really gets to me. There are several content creators that I like to support. I like to watch. I actually enjoy their content and I want to watch it. And I can't all the time because I'm busy creating, streaming, or I'm doing YouTube, or I'm making my own content. You know, I'm managing my own community. And there's a lot of times where I'll really want to be watching someone stream, but I can only lurk, or I can only pop in now and again, or I miss the end of it, or whatever. That's just part of the territory, part of the job, part of being a content creator. You are going to miss other people's content, and it bums me out. Most people that I speak to about this are very understanding. They know I'm busy, they know I'm doing my own thing, and they're the same. You know, they want to watch as many of my streams as possible, but they can't always do it, and so they'll drop a lurk or whatever. The point is that I am missing content that I wouldn't miss if I wasn't creating content myself. And so that's something I struggle with, is that I struggle with accepting that I'm gonna miss content whether I want to or not. So that's number 2. Number 3 is speaking too quickly. This is something that I am very much trying to fix. But sometimes I speak too quickly. When I'm streaming and somebody leaves a message or a comment in my stream, I like to read out every single one. I like to read out their comment before I respond to it. Now, sometimes if the game is demanding my attention, or if the chat is moving very quickly, sometimes I have a habit of reading people's messages very quickly because I want to respond super quick. It can come across as that I'm passing over your comment, and it makes me feel that I'm not giving your comment the time that it deserves. Now and again, I have actually read a comment, thought to myself, wow, I read that far too quickly, have reread the comment much more slowly because I know I don't want that person to feel like it's just a throwaway thing. But yeah, definitely speaking too quickly is something that I definitely struggle with. That can be bad because you don't sound great, you're not articulating your words properly, you don't sound good to listen to. And so sometimes, yeah, I do have to sort of kick myself under the desk and just slow myself down. So that's something else that I struggle with, is speaking far too quickly, and something that I'm trying to work on. So number 4, doing too much at once. Now this is something that I'm definitely guilty of a lot. I try and do too much at once. I will analyze my content, I will watch my VODs, I will look at my clips, I will look at, you know, my past streams and my past broadcasts and see, what did I do well, what did I do badly, well, what can I do better next time? And I will look at myself and go, okay, I need to speak more slowly, I need to not miss messages, play the game better, be more entertaining. And then I sometimes fall into this trap of going, okay, let's try and fix all of those things. And really, that is not a good way to do it. The much better way to do it is to focus on one thing at a time. So next stream, I'm gonna focus on just speaking more slowly and focus on that one thing, because if you try and focus on too many things at once, you're probably not going to succeed in getting better at any of them. And so that's something that I struggle with. I want to be perfect. No one's perfect, by the way, but I want to be better. I know how I need to improve, and I want to get there now. And that's not how life works. You have to work on those weaknesses. And so one thing that I struggle with, I want my problems to disappear now. It's very difficult for me to accept that it's going to take me weeks or months or years to eliminate some of these problems. So that's another thing that I struggle with. Lastly, but not least, I think this one's a big one. I think a lot of people struggle with this one. I struggle finding my niche or finding my value. A lot of people who give advice on streaming say you need to find your niche, you need to find your value, you need to find what separates you from everybody else. Now, this is very difficult in my opinion. It's something that I personally have struggled with from day one, and it's something that I still struggle with now, is finding What makes me different to other people, and why would you watch me rather than watching any other bearded British streamer? Now, some people are going to look at this, are going to watch this video and say, Grumpy, what are you talking about? You clearly have your own thing. You've got your grumpy rants, you've got your rant counter, you've got all that nailed down. And yeah, sure, that's part of it. That I do have some things that kind of make me unique, that kind of naturally developed. That wasn't planned. I know my name is Grumpy Face, okay, but I never really went coming into Twitch going, this is what I'm going to do. I had no clue. I just thought, let's play games and have a laugh. Let's talk to people. Let's meet people and all of that. And we have our in-jokes, we have our memes, we have our own little things going on. But those are developing over time. I really struggle with trying to come up with stuff. Like for me, stuff comes up naturally. Like the rants just develop. I did it one day, something really irritated me one day and I just went off on a rant. These sort of things for me just develop over time. And it can be very difficult to accept that because people are constantly saying to you, no, you got to find your value. You know, why are people going to come back to your streams if they don't know what your value is? And as somebody who doesn't know what my value is, it can be very difficult to try to capitalize on those things. And so that's something I definitely struggle with, is finding my niche, finding my own value. And it's something that I'm trying to work on. And so I'm trying to develop as time goes on. It's not that easy. Those are 5 things that I struggle with over on Twitch. I hope you found this video useful. I would love to know what your weaknesses are. What is your main thing that you want to try and improve on? This is about everybody coming together and saying we all have weaknesses, we've all got things we can improve on. These are some of mine. And so I would love to hear what you struggle with the most on Twitch, because I guarantee somebody else will struggle with that too. If there's something particularly that you struggle with as a content creator over on Twitch, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear about what other people's experiences are.